What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel, Yak Nasty Fishing. And I tell you what, guys, it's a beautiful time to get out on the water. I'm going to tell you that right now, man. It is amazing the fish you can catch this time of year during the fall transition, man. I am going to tell you how to catch those fish with the baits I'm using right now and show you they do catch big fish, okay, during the fall transition. So guys, getting into fall transition, all right, these leaves haven't started turning all the way yet, all right? We are at the very beginning of the stages where we're starting to get some of the yellow to brown, not quite brown, right? So, you know, we're getting those longer nights, all right, those cooler nights, but those daytimes you could still sit out and sweat trying to get your fish on, you know what I mean? So it's a little mix up, it's a little confusion going on, right, with Mother Nature around this time of the year, all right, from hot going into the cooler months of winter, all right? So during the fall transition, guys, the thermocline situation, it starts to lead into your turnover getting ready to happen, which is a totally different video, but that can make fishing hard. But right now, fishing is awesome, all right? And I'm gonna be honest, guys, the best bait that's been getting the bites for me so far are topwaters, all right? I mean, just frogging, all right? Throwing that frog in the pads, in the junk, in the cheese, a whopper plopper, all right? Those baits have been getting it done, all right? And I have them tied on. Look at this. Yeah, right now, all right? So that's the 110 size, all right? So I'm not even downsizing. These fish are starting to realize that the cooler months are coming, all right? The nights are getting longer, so they're gonna try to feed up and put on as much weight and girth as they can to hold them in the colder months, right? They don't hibernate, they still eat all year long, but right now, they're building up that fat so they can tolerate that cold a lot better, all right? So right now, I'm throwing a 110 size whopper plopper in the bone, in the black. Those are my primary colors. I don't think I use any other color, all right? A buzz bait will make it happen also. But man, I caught me a pretty dang good few on the whopper plopper, guys. Within the last week or two, I've been having a good time, all right? The frog, man, whew, this right here, it's a Targaryen frog or Targaryen. I think it's Targaryen though, guys. This frog has been crushing it, all right, over the course of the last 3 weeks for me, all right? I've taken this frog out, man, caught numerous fish. I've caught big fish, all right? I actually pulled in a citation sized fish with this frog last week, guys. I mean, 21-inch bass, almost 5 pounds. This thing did it, and we're waiting on the paper to come in the mail, guys. So you'll be seeing that shortly, but I'm throwing that frog on my 6'6" heavy stick, guys, all right? So it's heavy, fast tip, American Hero Lose Speed stick. You guys seen it here before with the Lose Rod. You know, that's one of my heavy sticks. I keep a 30-pound braid on there, sometimes a 40-pound braid. So right now, it is 30-pound Pro Line on there, and it's doing the job. I don't really go 50-pound braid, you know, like a lot of guys do when I'm throwing in those pads. 30-pound Pro Line does just great for me. And guys, what I'm throwing the whopper plopper on is going to be my 7-foot, all right, medium heavy, fast action rod made by Lose, all right? And I got that paired with the Brutus, okay? The Cast King Brutus, all right? This thing throws real good. It's real smooth. This is actually my jig setup as well, all right? And I got that paired with 40-pound braid, okay? And that's the suffix 832 line, all right? So this thing has been throwing awesome. It's been smooth, haven't had any issues. And guys, this rod really gets that whopper plopper out there at a good distance to give you that optimum time in the water to get that better strike or to get a strike at all, man. The whopper plopper really does it. So yeah, man, that combination right there is how I get it done. But Topwater is the way to do it. Get your walking baits, all right? Get your buzz baits out. Switch it up, mix it up, all right? And don't throw what the other guy's throwing. Okay, guys? And another technique I love to use during the fall transition. It's real simple. It's real easy. Texas rig. Yes. Just like that, guys. Get a Texas rig set up. It's easy money. Right now, I got the Finesse Bullets by Z-Man on there. It's a weighted Texas rig setup, all right? It's got that pointy tip to it, so you can swim it through some of that cover. It's good around that wood. It's good in those pads. Oh man, hopefully the wind's not getting us, but it is really good in those conditions. I got a thumping dinger on here. This catches fish, all right? Catches fish. You mix it up, you can put the lizard on there. You can put the Christy crawl on there. All baits that I've had success with, but get you a Texas rig. It's all right if you just do your bullet weight with your EWG style hook and run it, man. Get a Texas rig on, mix it up with those baits, creatures, crawls, and worms, all right? Grubs work fantastic also this time of year. Throw it into those overhangs, lay downs, all right? You can hit those pads, the edges of the pads. You can get up pretty shallow because these fish are corralling the bait in the back of the bays right now as they're feeding up on them, all right? So they got them pinned in the back. So check the back of those bays, check the points. Texas rig is a great way to do it. You can fish it pretty efficiently, pretty quick, and you will get a hookup, guys. So, get up along that cover, get in there, back of bays, off the points. Come on. Come on, guys. The Texas rig is really a great, great bait all year long, and it is known to catch some giant fish, guys. You've seen it. Big back slabs and dune buggies. You've seen that happen. Texas rig lizard did the thing, got the big fish on. That's what I'm talking. Get you a Texas rig tied on. That right there, come on. Unstoppable. Staple to bass fishing, guys. Doesn't get any better than that. Another bait that I'm fishing, and I gotta say, I had to switch it up. I had to look outside of my own comfort zone for this technique, guys. Yeah, you guys, I don't think have heard me speak about this bait, but this bait is a awesome bait, and I just love it. I fell in love the first cast, and man, that bait, to be honest, is a drop shot. All right, it's a drop shot. Look at that, man. And that's about 18 to 24 inches of line between the weight and my hook right here. And as you can see, I got that 6 cents panorama tied on. Yeah. And right here is a 1/4 ounce weight, and it does the trick. And I got this paired up with my 7-foot medium fast quantum reel combo setup. All right. And that's the quantum strategy, by the way. And it's just a regular old spinning rod setup, guys. All right. You can throw this on a bait caster, but this does me just fine. It's very sensitive. When you hook up on a nice one, you have that drag assist. It just works better on spinning rods than it does bait casters when it comes to drag. And when I get a nice one pinned up, I want that thing to stay. And the spinning rod is key to keep that on there. All right, guys, because that small circle hook, all right, in that fish's mouth. Then you got to wait right here, just holding that counter. Man, guys, you want something that's going to keep that fish pinned. You know what I mean? Whew, the wind is really winding right now. So a drop shot is another technique I love to use during the fall transition. And, looking outside the box, I had to do it. I had to mix it up. It sometimes can be, take a little time to practice getting the drop shot right. So the hook is poking out and up. And, I don't use it a lot. So sometimes it takes me a little longer. Don't judge. But sometimes it just takes me a little bit longer. And the final bait I want to talk about that I'm got tied on right now during the fall transition. Oh my gosh, it's going to blow your mind, but it shouldn't blow your mind. And this technique is awesome. All right, check it out. The square bill, guys. Come on, you know what I'm throwing right here. The 1.5 KVD. Look at this. Hold on, let me get it. 1.5 KVD hard knot. Sexy shad. Come on, guys. I've been talking about it. And if you don't know what I throw my crankbaits on, this is a Jawbone IM6 rod, all right? And this is the 6'6", medium heavy Jawbone, all right, guys? 6'6". I don't need anything real long. I've been throwing on this rod, this reel combo for a long time. And that's paired up with the Quantum Nitrous, all right? It throws these square bills really, really good. You get a good distance on them. And man, when you catch biggins, this reel can stand up to some big fish. It actually caught the PB of the year. And I think my overall PB at 5.5, well, just over 5.5 pounds, guys. So, hey, had to save the best for last. 1.5 KVD square bill, guys. Get that thing tied up. Throw it up there next to those big laydowns, all right? Those big trunks, that big branches, and around some of those bushes, even in front of those pads, guys. So, man, get you set up, get you going. And guess what, guys? All of these setups are not expensive at all, okay? Most of them are under $100. So it's a piece of cake to get out there without breaking the bank and catch big fish, all right? So you're looking at the setup that caught the biggest fish of the year in my personal PB, I do believe. I'm gonna check the records, but before that, I do believe it was 5 pounds and 2 ounces. So I'm pretty sure I got that beat with the PB on this combo, square bill. And all I did was drag it a little ways, reel up the slack, drag it just a little ways, not real fast, a moderate speed where you feel that square bill doing its thing. And that was the retrieve I was using to catch that big girl. All right, guys. So I appreciate you watching. I hope you guys learned something in this video going through the fall transition and what baits you are still able to throw right now to catch some of the biggest bass. All right. Some of the biggest bass maybe in your life. All right. So fall transition, guys. Get out there, get some. We have a few more weeks left. Maybe a month before it starts getting crazy. All right, guys, so I appreciate you watching the video. Hit that like, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below. What baits are you using during the fall transition, guys? So with that being said, it's my time. I gotta go. Tight lines and all that good stuff everybody says. Peace. Whew, man, that's a good one.